Okay, Return of the SSS class ranker. He's extremely OP at the beginning. Like, chapter 30, he's challenging level 100 monsters. He's probably... Can he challenge the most powerful people in the world right from the beginning? I'm thinking of the final bosses of this world. I don't think so. I think he's A. He's definitely stronger than most everyone in the world, but not final boss level quite yet at the beginning. Constellation has returned, definitely powerful. I'm gonna put him in the B tier. No, he's gonna be in the A tier as well. He's leagues above everyone. I am the fated villain. Consider his world, and it's a different kind of story, but right from the beginning, it feels like he could fight pretty much anyone. Though the knowledge that he lacks at the beginning maybe wouldn't allow it directly, but... Alright, you might challenge me on I am the fated villain. I'm curious. What are your thoughts? I feel like he probably could have, despite that not really being the goal of the type of story that's being told. So Miriam Login, first 30 chapters, he's still fighting. He's better than his class. I think he's still challenging difficulty against his professors. Talent Swallowing Magician. Really enjoy this magic manhwa. There's been a good couple of magic manhwa over the past couple of years. Talent Swallowing Magician is killing his class, fighting against teachers. That's where he's at. He even defeats a teacher in the first 30 chapters. Ooh, Reaper of the Drifting Moon. I don't remember when the time skip happens. Do I consider his power set when the time skip happens? Okay, so I'm going to say his whole world exists pre-time skip. And he goes to the point of fighting against the leaders of clans in the first arc. Then he powers up and wipes the floor with them. So I'll say right from the beginning, he's A tier. Alright, continuing on, The Breaker. This includes The Breaker New Waves, and The Breaker Eternal Force. Basically, it's one story, so I couldn't break them apart. Break apart. In the case of this one, we're going to be putting him in the... He's strong against his peers. Still has some peers that would kick his butt even today, or fight at least on even with him. So it's an interesting one. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, right from the beginning, he could not fight against the strongest people in the story. The story's not built that way, to be fair. It's more about the scenarios, and his ability to beat the toughest scenarios are also dependent on him getting stronger, so I can't say he can fight everyone from the beginning. Actually, I'm going to say he's strong for his environment at the beginning. There's actually a lot of people in his class within the first 30 levels that would probably beat him if it wasn't for him outsmarting the situations. But no, he'd find a way out. So I'm going to say C. He's at least stronger than his class. But if he had to fight against like the leaders of the stuff or the stronger bosses, I don't think he'd quite make it. Duke Pendragon. Duke Pendragon, he is at the dragon level. He can fight a lot of different leveled people. First 30 chapters, though. I think he's probably B tier. I don't think he's that insanely strong in the first chapters. That being said, he's not really powering up per se. But he's definitely stronger than his seniors. But he's not as strong as the final bosses quite yet. Though he's getting there. That being said, I might be wrong about Duke Pendragon. Actually, I might have to anyway to reevaluate. Leave a comment down below what you think. Tutorials too hard. He's beating the tutorials. He's definitely stronger than everyone else at his level because they're not in hard mode. I'm gonna put him in teacher level. He's still struggling. Like, it's not to say everything is easy. He can't fight the final boss at the beginning. It's a leveling system. Anytime there's a leveling system, it means that until they reach a level, they probably won't be able to beat the strongest people in the world. That's why often these are not level ones. However, there is an exception coming a little bit later. Return of the Eighth Circle Mage. What a terrible manhwa that turned out to be. What a shame. Came out at the same time as another one, but definitely did not live up to the same potential. Return of the Eighth Circle Mage starts off, he's extremely overpowered, stronger than teachers right from the beginning. Is he strong enough? No, he can't. He can't fight the head wizard in the first 30 chapters. Legendary Spearman. Stronger than his class, stronger than his teachers, stronger than a national level guy. He fights against someone really early on while he's a kid. I don't think he's quite that strong yet. I'd say B tier is fair for him. Max level heroes return. Fight me. He's probably, of all the characters in this entire thing, the most OP for his world. Because most of these guys are super powerful. But they can't, like, cure diseases too, or run a government, or he has no weaknesses, and it's infuriating to me. I dislike him so very much. I find it such lazy writing, but listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's a definite. The S ranks I raised. Ooh. He's strong in the first 30 chapters, even just himself. I'm going to say it's a solid B tier right there. Hoarding in Hell. Do I remember this one correctly? Hoarding in Hell. Power level. I'm going to say C tier. I may be wrong because I might be misremembering which one that is. Return of the Disaster Class Hero. Alright, Return of the Disaster Class Hero. From the beginning, he's fighting his comrades that are the strongest people in the world, basically. If he's not S, he's A. He does miss some stuff to power up, so he could fight them, but he'd probably lose. Because they're not all as strong as each other, and it progresses in that way. So I'd say I would put him at... I'd put him here, because he can... Let's break that down into 2 tiers. He can't fight the strongest guys yet, but he can definitely fight the medium-ranged one. All right. Transmigrated 66,666 years. I forget the rest of the name. It's a annoying name. He's extremely OP right from the beginning. Is he the most powerful in the world? Probably not. But he has a lot of strength. But he's gonna scale and learn and power up throughout the story. I'm gonna give him a B. He's strong. Oh God. Nah, he's A. He can fight people significantly higher than his level. Emperor Luo Wuji is straight up an S tier overpowered character. He's an overpowered character put into a world where he's just not on the same scale. Like, they're literally not the same things. Like, it's stupid. For the first 30 chapters, like, he would own the world, and it's kind of ludicrous. That being said, is it the best manhwa ever? No. This is not a telling of the best manhwa. Like, it is variable, but I will say it's a fun ride, but it's the writing is a little iffy. It's very power fantasy-esque of the things of, like, socially, powerfully, how you would beat down, like, the people that wronged you. But yeah. The King of Bugs. King of Bugs, he has an advantage at the beginning. I wouldn't say he's the most powerful. He's just well set up. Updater. Updater has a really powerful ability at the beginning. He isn't fully able to use it yet. Can he fight? No, he can't fight till he unlocks more. Mukyang, the origin. I didn't consider Dark Lady in this one. I actually didn't put it on the list, but I didn't put it there because they're kind of different series despite being the same series. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I would put Mukyang. He's really strong in the first 30 chap. I might put him in an A tier. He's already really ridiculous, even at the beginning. He's A or B. I'll put him A. Ooh, some of these are gonna end up being like wrong. It's just because of that 30 chapter like caveat that I set up that kind of affects this. Because a lot of this technically would fall in A tier, but I would say that like based on the criteria I set, I'll live with my decisions. But I think the B and the A tier are a little murky because 1 or 2 levels above can be kind of the same thing in some cases. So keep in mind, B and A tier might be a little bit overlapping. Limit Breaker. I'm going to shove you up here. Limit Breaker is ridiculous. In the first 30 chapters, like, he just wipes the floor with the world. He's just so strong. That being said, there's more stuff that happens. There's more stuff that needs to. But I think he could still challenge the strongest in the world at the beginning. Don't know if he'd win, though. Infinite leveling in Murim. The first 30 chapters, he's strong for his class. He would not be able to fight against the senseis of his world. Jungle Juice. Jungle Juice. Strong for his class. Class as in like bug users there. Not super OP, to be honest. I don't find him particularly OP, actually. Foreigner in the Periphery is ridiculous. He's extremely powerful compared to his environment. Stronger than his teachers. I would put him in the A tier. He's definitely really strong. Solo max level newbie. Depends. He's extremely OP compared to his compatriots, like ridiculously OP compared to his patriots. But since there's a tower to climb, he couldn't fight the final boss right away. So I'm going to say he could kick the ass of teachers or maybe bosses of the tower, but no more than that. Eliseed, first 30 chapters, he's strong for his environment. It's good storytelling. He's a good character. I like him. Heavenly Demon Instruction Manual. First 30 chapters. He's strong for his class. I used to really like this mono, and now I'm kind of over it. I've dropped it. I'm starting to pile up chapters. But I like the concept. It was interesting. I think they did a pretty good thing with it. Soul Station Druid's another one I ended up dropping. I loved this mono when it came out. That being said, it fell off pretty hard, as his level of strength is kind of ludicrous and annoying and stupid, and just he's not interesting as a character. I think that's the toughest thing for me. I'm gonna put him right from the beginning. He's able to defeat people stronger than him for sure. Stronger than him, teacher level people, like your people above his rank kind of thing. Could he fight against someone 2 times his rank? He needs to power up. He powers out quite a bit later on. Return of the Frozen Player. Return of the Frozen Player. I'm going to say he is the previous generation. He is one of the elites of the previous generation. That is his class. He's stronger than them. He can fight bosses. I'll say this. He's the guy that survived. He's the guy that beat the initial big bad. He's one of the strongest in the world, but he could not fight the final bosses of the story. Damn Reincarnation. Damn Reincarnation, he is strong. He's very strong for his environment. He's stronger than teachers. In the first 30 chapters, I'd say he's B tier. After that, he scales really quickly to A tier. But there's still a lot of... No, he's a solid B tier. He's struggling. Doombreaker. Ooh, Doombreaker. He's leaps and bounds above his teachers. First 30 chapters, he can probably manage 2 levels above him. Gosu, right from the beginning. Right, because Gosu, right from the beginning, he's already received his training, so it's a little bit of a different kind of vibe. Lord's Coin aren't going down. I'll put this B tier. We're talking about strength here. I'd say it's C tier of strength after 30 chapters. C tier for strength after 30 chapters. Then we have Leveling with the Gods. Leveling with the Gods, I would probably put that around the C tier. Very strong first class? No, he's B tier at least. Manager Kim, S tier. It's a guy from chapter 1, does not train more between chapter 1 and where they're on the story, or if it ended. I don't even remember. I'm a little behind on that one. He's stronger than everyone right from the beginning. Could fight the boss right from the beginning. There's no issue there. So yeah, solid S tier. Fun manhwa. God, it's a fun manhwa. It's a guilty pleasure manhwa because like at first the storytelling is kind of like mediocre. It's very Taken. It's very much Taken. But yeah, it's still really good. Okay, so I'm gonna say her summon. It takes him time to get to his max power, but he's already ludicrously powerful at the beginning. I'll say he's B tier at the beginning. Again, this one's a weird one for this world because of the type of monsters they're fighting against. I'm often comparing them to the humans that are fighting against the monsters because it's easier to compare. He's overpowered to them. But there are definitely things he can't defeat at the beginning. But yeah. Heavenly Inquisition Sword. First 30 chapters, you have him already knowing the martial arts. And he's reached a crazy strength where he's able to fight against at least principal level. Yeah, so there's a big divide between S and A, but there's a very little divide between A and B. So if you see something in B that should be in A, it's probable, or A that should be in B. Like these could be very much overlapping. But S tier, I'm pretty confident in S tier because like, can you challenge the final boss from chapter 1? To left, Boundless Necromancer is... He's scaling. He's extremely strong for his class. He fights against some people from higher tiers than him. So I'm going to say that. B tier for that. Infinite Mage. So this one is a tough one. It's either D or C. He's extremely overpowered, but he doesn't know how to use it. He could be defeated by other people in his class. But whenever he does something, he's the most OP at it. I'll use the teleportation happens later, actually. I can't use that. I'm gonna say he's strong for his surroundings. So guys, this is the tier list. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like this exercise, and tell me if there's another tier list you want me to make. I don't mind doing these, and I'd be curious to see what your thoughts are. Guys, if you completely disagree with this, you can tell me. The comments down below are open. Rip me to shreds by all means. I think it's pretty fair. Like I said, A, B, I think you could mix and mingle here. A lot of these, I honestly almost disagree with myself on. I'm pretty comfortable with the C, the D, the S, and A and B would kind of be like one clumped up total kind of thing. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. And with that, have yourself a great day.